Hey everyone, this is 12 News meteorologist Steven Matrigrano here with your Weather Now update on this Thursday, and we're looking at just a great day overall, plenty of sunshine, temperatures topping out in the low to mid 70s for this afternoon, and actually later on tonight, we'll see those temperatures crash down into the 40s. Let's get right into it. Let's take a look outside first. This is the city by the sea here in Newport, of course. You can see the Newport Pell Bridge there off in the distance, and some news coming out about it getting some much needed facelifting for it and getting some improvements, so that's some good news for the bridge. But overall, quiet weather. The Newport International Boat Show has just started off today, actually, and it'll run through the weekend, so looking like some nice weather for that all weekend long, with fall-like temperatures expected at least through Saturday. Threat tracker in the low categories right through today and Friday, and of course into the weekend. No major weather concerns coming our way. Now, the latest drought update was released as of this morning, and before I explain this, you can see the extreme drought still is across the southern part of the state, from Westerly to Narragansett to Newport to New Bedford. But the thing is, though, if you remember just a few days ago on Tuesday, we saw some very heavy rainfall and also some impressive rainfall amounts Tuesday morning into the afternoon hours. Now, this update does not reflect that, so that's why it's still in the red shading. I do have a feeling, though, as we go into this time next week, we will definitely see some improvements on this map in terms of the drought, even across the southern parts of our area. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at this graphic. It does reflect everything prior to Tuesday, but does not include that most recent heavy rainfall. Let's time things out, though, for, of course, later on for this afternoon into tonight. Staying quiet, staying dry, no rain expected across the area. Temperatures, and again, in the low to mid 70s for the afternoon, backing off into the 60s later on this evening and into tonight. And we'll see those cooler temperatures really settle in. This is 9 o'clock, back into the 50s, but notice as we go through the overnight hours, those temperatures start to get back into the upper 40s to near 50, and then as we go even further into the overnight time period by tomorrow morning, looking at widespread potentially mid to upper 40s across the area. Look at even Taunton hinting at potentially getting down to near 43 degrees. So this at least is showing that there's a chance to see some really chilly temperatures around the area tonight and into tomorrow morning, as a high pressure is in place, giving us that cooler air and again that fall feel to start the day on Friday. But the good news is, though, we do warm things back up a bit back into the 70s for Friday afternoon, so some good news there. So for today's forecast, again, sunny, breezy, fall feel in the air, winds northwest around 10 to 20 miles per hour. For tonight, same story, dry, chilly, clear skies. Temperatures, again, in the mid and upper 40s. Winds northwest around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And, of course, it's quiet weather locally, but we are tracking the tropics still. Of course, hurricane season runs through the end of November, and you can see we are looking at an area here just east of the Lesser Antilles. You can see that area swirling, and I'm going to zone in on it here. It's about 2,000 miles or so away from southern New England, so still quite a ways away. But we are tracking that system. It is now Tropical Storm Fiona as of last night's 11 p.m. update, and it'll eventually track over the northern Caribbean, over Puerto Rico, and also the the DR, and also we'll see that as a tropical storm moving through. Winds around 50 miles per hour right now, pressure about 1,002 millibars. So this is the track from the Hurricane Center, and you can see it takes it again over Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, and also it does take it to a little bit more of a turn to the north. So again, it turns it up a little bit towards the Bahamas and to the north and eventually northeast. So the question remains, though, it's still so far out. Our computer guidance has various different solutions, and the question, of course, down the road will be, where does this system eventually go? Does it stay weaker and just kind of drift off westward over Cuba into the Gulf of Mexico? Does it strengthen a bit and turn to the north over the Bahamas and potentially hug the coast? Or does it just simply get carried out to sea? Right now, all three of those options are still on the table because it's just so far out. This timing would be very late next week into almost next weekend. So still plenty of time to watch this. But, of course, again, it is hurricane season and Fiona is out there. And some of the model guidance that we look at, the long term, does actually have Fiona strengthening into a hurricane next week. So still plenty of time to watch this. Of course, locally, our weather is quiet, so looking good right through the weekend. And, of course, great for any outdoor activities. So thank you all for tuning in, and definitely we'll keep you updated on that tropical system and also our latest weather. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day.